Okay, right, well, apologies for the lateness today. Was eating tea around the time I should have, well, just before I started streaming, and I got a bit distracted with, is it Europoko, which is the Ant Stream tournament, so that kind of took up a bit of a time. I had to sort a couple of things out, and I'm finally on now, so I do apologise for that. Anyway, last week we were looking at the code here, and what I found was, just see if, oh yeah, I can see the map smoothing. So yeah, we're looking at the code, and what I found was the particular C++ thing that I was using did not support C11. And what I've done is I've gone and found one, and if we look at the make file here, this code source already has been commented out, and I've now got this tool chain here that seems to work fine. And in fact, I did an out test that I think later on that day, and this is what I've got now. So by the looks of things, this looks like I might just have to, it still didn't build, but I'm not getting the same errors as it was last time. So I'm hoping that's going to be a bit better than what I thought it was going to be. So I'll have to kind of plow through some of these here and see if we can get them all changed to what it should be. So I'll spend about an hour doing this, and then I'm probably gonna switch to showing you well, seeing if I can get the XP pen working, because I've got it working, I just don't know whether it'll stream or not, so that'll be interesting to find out. Before we start, by the way, I need to get some admin done. So thank you for the recent follows from, I believe that's Valletta Zoo. So thank you for that. And also thanks to Retro Passion UK for the follow as well. Right, so that's that out the way. Right, okay, so it's saying in file included from core game main utils. That's fine. Utils avoid sin costs. Sinf was not declared. Alright, okay, so we need to look at utils h. That's the bit where we start having to get rid of all the errors. It's at 60 here, sinf and sin. Why has it got sinf? External C? Is it looking for something in particular? Just gonna do some quick research. I hope this is not a Microsoft specific one. Mind you, there's some defines up here. Sinf, VFPU Sinf. That's for the PSP though. CNF was added to C in C99. Have I got this wrong? I might do it now because it's a CPP. Well, if it's added in 1999, I should still have to use it. C++ implementation that conforms to the standard earlier. The C++11 doesn't provide CNF. It's not clear whether it's permitted to do so, but since all standards prior to C++ are officially obsolete, it's probably a moot question. Can always cause sin in most cases. The argument and result will be implicitly converted from float to double, and double to float. There might or might not be some loss of efficiency. You may use CNF from the C++ code, just like you would from C. In fact, you can, with a few very narrow exceptions, write C90 code and pass it through G++, calling it C++. My CNF, at least on my machine, is not exposed by math-h unless one of the following is defined before including that header. So in C++ code, you might need to set one of these preprocessor defines in order to get the prototype. Well, let's try that then. So it's saying, I'm going to try using okay, so if we go to the top here, before the encode, we put all the define. I think we're going to do two defines. So let's try underscore BSD source. Or do we just put CNF? Let's see what this does. So I need to, the other thing I needed to do was to do a particular command on command prompt. I need to make it and then you do something like is it one out text? Just give me a sec. Export to export makefile to text. No, didn't want an export. Output makefile to text. What was the it's an 8-put. Let me just switch the makefile output to text. Let me just see if that works. There's something about a 2 and a 1 and an ampersand, and I can't remember the full details. I think it was something like maybe PND's 1, and then there's a 2 and 1 in it. That goes last. Then you kind of go output to text. Right. That's how you do it. So that's how you use a makefile in Windows to so the first parameter is out.txt, which is the file that you want to put in, and then this second bit, this 2 and 1 is the one that helps it go through. So now I've got a message here that you probably don't see. It basically says this file's been modified, so we press yes, we want to reload it. Now we've got a different set of errors. Okay, what have I done? Syntax error before the end token on 103. So it's like this. But it seems to have gone past this one. Problem is sometimes the solution doesn't always work, and the reason you've got a different set of errors is because you put the solution in the wrong way. The only other thing I can think of is I take out this BFD source and I start changing these. So if I just comment out and redo it, maybe that might be a better idea. Because really what I'm doing is I'm trying to get it to work. And just do another compile. I definitely took that out. Make PND equals 1. I think it's make clean actually. And then try that again. Reload. It still doesn't like it. Clean it again, out text. Okay, that's weird. I'm getting a different set of errors. Even though I've reset this back to what it was originally. Because it was complaining about the synf. Let me just check the file structure. Let me make sure that's correct. Maybe there's something wrong with the file structure. Zombie pox, we've got a build. That goes to build there. Data was for the files. Objects, fair enough. That was for me checking the PND file. No, everything else looks okay. Have I got the wrong? Yeah, I've got it wrong. It's PANG, not PND. That's where I'm going wrong. Right, so we now got the issues with synf again. Let's try pushing utils back again. See what it gives me now. Okay, so I have to go through all the util stuff and change fabs F to fabs. It's probably not going to be as efficient, but it'll get rid of most of the errors for now. That's fabs F. Square root F was not declared. That's 277. That's 278 actually, but never mind. The fab stuff there. I think A10F needs changed. I think that's correct, A10-2. .302. Yeah, and the reason why I'm commenting out, it's probably a bit more worth for me to comment it all out, but it means I could just switch back. Some people prefer just deleting it, coming back to it, but if there's so many different things, it's remembering everything that you've got to change and change back again. And that's if I'm going to change it back again. Again, the Pandora port could be okay. And that's whether I run or not. I don't even know that yet. In fact, I should want to do Control D. Yeah, quicker. Control D is to duplicate the line. Let the fabs F there. Sync cost should be okay. Let's just double check. Square root F368. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. The other thing to mention is I've actually bought a power pack for the GP2X. So once I start doing dev streams for that, that should be a bit easier because I've got the cradle, which means I can push the code straight onto the Pandora, and you can see the changes on that. But I don't know when that's coming in yet. I think it's going to be coming in later in the month. Just checking to make sure that I've not missed anything. At the moment I don't see anything. I've probably still got a load to change, but that's the thing with programming. Or at least porting anyway. Right, utils 455. There's another one. 97. F there. Four nine eight two. One. Did I miss one? I think I did. There we go. Eight three five. Yeah, it's probably a bit more now because I've been adding lines and commenting out. Still got quite a lot of errors to go, but yeah, I'll call it 1,000 odd errors. 1027. This will be interesting. Error infinity was not declared in the scope. Okay, let's have a look at 1027. We're going back all the way to 74. So this line here has a problem with define infinity. Unless this is another math thing that I'm not sure about. Message for me in the future. I'm just reading a Stack Overflow thing. It says just use unsigned exclamation mark int 0. It creates the largest possible number in any machine by assigning all bits to ones and then cast it to one side. Even better, define inf unsigned and then just inf in your code. I could try it because it doesn't seem to like it. Okay. What's it say? Unsigned. This. Let's try whether it likes that. Well, it's got rid of the infinity stuff, so that's good. Cross fingers. Utils 1622 error pthread mutex recursive was not declared in scope. Did you mean pthread mutex recursive np? So a lot of this stuff is where I kind of go, what the hell? I need to Google this. So apologies if this isn't the most interesting stream, but I did say I was going to do some dev streams. Maybe some of them will get better when I kind of not have to port. Oh, well, I've got a couple of other ports, but some of them are stuff that I've kind of already done anyway. I could try that one. So 1622. Change it to the suggestion it's given me. So what did it say? Set an NP. What does that do? Well, I got rid of it. I think. No, it didn't. P thread mutex set type is not. Oh no, that was the other error. So it did get rid of it. Okay. Do you mean destroy? Well, I'm gonna have to find. Although recursive mutex is standardized in POSIX, a standard doesn't specify a static initializer for them. That the one that I just fixed before apparently is a glibc extension. This means to be portable, you need to initialize recursive mutexes mutually with pthread mutex init. That's etal. So we've got a POSIX, they've got mutex init here. Yeah, etal there. Yeah, that's right. Ah, see, it's got destroy, and it's got a set type as well. Maybe this isn't quite correct. Because it's asking me to change this to destroy, but from what I'm reading in this particular thread, this here actually goes into an integer, and then it checks the integer. If it's 0, then you do an init, which is this one, and then it goes and does a destroy afterwards, and then returns R. But this just returns this one. And I do have p-threading on this. Maybe I can just try changing this and see what happens. Okay, so we just use the same things. We don't have to copy everything. And then we just go that. And then we do, where's the first init? That's that one. R equals that. This is where the set type comes in. Maybe he didn't like it because it doesn't have a destroy. Right, okay. But it still doesn't like this. Alright, let's try and find why it doesn't like, again, why it doesn't like pthread mutex recursive. So the other suggestion is to use before the pthread to do an include, oh no, define, use GNU. Let's try that. Nope, doesn't like that either. There's a lot of pthread stuff in here it does not like. Oh, I needed a double underscore. Maybe that's why it's not working. Nope. That isn't the case at all. Someone suggested try GNU source. Damn it. Oh, you. doesn't like that either. Tempted to come back to this, to be honest. So I'm just going to skip this kind of section for now and try and get all the other bits done. So this is all pew threading stuff. And then we want to go to the import and get rid of all the cosfs there. So importing sound. One, two, three, six. Oh, that's a lot of them. Sound H118. That's power F. A lot more in sound. So we've got power F, we've done that one. 843. It says volume conv, but I don't see square F it's talking about. Unless I'm going in the wrong folder. Sound 84341. Sound F not declared. In boom sound sample render. Oh, that's because it's under define. 129. Okay. Then we want to go to texture. Now this is going to be interesting. This, I believe, might be to do with texture 7. I wonder whether it's says incomplete. Full declaration of structure GAPI texture, and that's in core H. Three, 4, 8. There's a structure thing. Doesn't seem to like the way that the structure bit's set up. Let's at least get rid of the other errors anyway. Another one in sound. What a 4.8. What's that one? I thought I'd done that actually. This is a bit of a different one. Or I didn't save it. That's always a possibility. I'll leave the structure ones for now. These are notes, I'm assuming that's not an error, I'm assuming it's more a warning. Generate map was not declared in this scope. Texture H again. Can't find generate map. Will match. You can't find it because it's not declared. Probably because it's either in core or game. Nope. It's not in there either. Is it an OpenGL thing? Oh, please don't tell me it's Unity. It's in WebGL. Excuse me. It's WebGL. Excuse me again. So the question is, do I comment it out or not? Probably worth doing it. There's a D in it there as well, but is that related? And there's the D in it there. Suggesting that I use sound as a kind of reference. What was GAPIs? There's that there. And the because it was this, wasn't it? So look, convert Opengl to Opengl, yes. I need to convert code from Opengl to OpenGL 1.1. I found that the glut library is missing in that. Can anyone tell me what to do to replace GL rest repository F and OpenGL? You don't just convert from OpenGL to OpenGL ES, as OpenGL takes shortcuts which are not implemented in ES. The SEM points out rest pos, for instance, there's no equivalent because it's not very useful. I doubt GL rest repository F is the only function missing to support your project from GL to ES. You won't find function to function replacement for most of them. I'll advise you to learn what OpenGL actually is before starting anything. It's easily portable to OpenGL. Other way around is not true. Unless what I can do is I can find the ES stuff. Because it does have it here. And the iOS versions. Maybe push it back into the this part here. This might be a bit of a dead end port, to be honest. Not with my skills, I don't think. Mesh was not declared in this scope. See, that's the weird thing, is there's a lot of header files. Shaders. Platform, which platform it's going to be, which I think we went back to Linux again. Come on, you. But I don't know why it's referencing. I don't know why it's referencing. can't remember what it's going to say. I'm not sure why it's referencing something and I can't think why. See, this stuff is easy because I can just comment and then remove the F. So almost as if half the stuff in here is missing. Can't see this just being this part. Join it. Creates the window. Creates the GL content. Oh, cool. What's the core do? Because core is just a header file. It uses GAPI. Just find. Here's an interesting one. We've got Windows, so that uses GL and GL text. Android uses GLES2. That's Clover with Raspberry Pi. That's OpenGL2 with EGL. Maybe instead of doing this, I might be better off jumping in here. Let me just check something. So I'm just having a look at the OpenGL implementation for for the Pandora. So this says ES2, and this is OpenGLS1, as well as ES2. Okay, so it does do both of them, so I could easily do that. I'd have to include the EGL port as well. Plus I probably have to go back through the main CPP, strip out. In fact, I probably have to go through the cores and stuff. Hello there, N1XY, but I don't know why you call me Jake. I wonder whether it's to do with the namespace here. That's where we put the No, I'm not Jake, sorry. So if I have a quick look at I think I'd see the GA API texture there, which is what's referenced in. Where we're looking here, I think. No, here. But it's saying that it's incomplete. No, it's C++. See, there's a texture thing there, but that's texture on its own. I'm assuming that's probably going to be some sort of container. This is the texture that it refers to in this file here. The main problem here is this P thread is going to be an issue. I don't think I'm going to be able to solve that one. I just don't understand why it's pulling out this invalid use of incomplete type struct G API texture. There shouldn't be a forward declaration. I don't think anyway. $724. It's not that. GAPI texture. So that's what it's referring to. Is that there? I think you dereferenced a pointer before you moved it onto the stack, causing an out of bounds exception. This is porting code. This is somebody else's, and it's just trying to get rid of all the errors. That's all I'm trying to do is basically get rid of the errors and see if I can get it ported over. One of the first things I've been doing is basically this stuff here, and changing fabs to fabf to fabs. I'm not even sure I've got the complete code, to be fair. Because the main CPP code is very light. There's definitely a core loop here. I was trying to port Opengl from whatever source it gave me to the Pandora. I was thinking it might be runnable because the Pandora has OpenGLES, and I've noticed that a couple of these do have sort of OpenGLES here and EGL. I've already had to change the compiler to something that would accept C11. GAPI texture is not a direct base of texture. 69. Okay. So it's looking at it as a base. It's like a base class or something. But this, it can't be a class because they're all structures. What does format say? Just looks like some sort of definition. Well, if you can't figure it out, don't end it all, it will get better. That's fine. That's the thing with ported projects like this. Sometimes it could be fairly easy, fairly straightforward. Sometimes it could be a pain in the arse. Like this one, I think it's going to be a pain in the arse. I was hoping basically to stream it and just, you know, show the process of how it goes through. But sometimes it could be... I mean, I'm not massively... I wouldn't say I'm massively experienced in C++, but I've done a few ports here and there. And changing it to the handheld was easy enough, because if it's something like SDL, you just change, or from what my experience was change the resolution to whatever it's supposed to be, if it needs changing. Maybe update the buttons to whatever the buttons are, like I had to do with the GP2X, because it was GP2X is basically a handheld with a couple of buttons on. So I've done it with Allegro and SDL, and that was fairly straightforward. Like a couple of things had to change, and that's fine. But it's doing this on OpenGL, which I haven't even looked at yet on the OpenGL side. It's just small annoying things like this pthread shit here, and what else was, yeah, that one's easy. I think I've already done that actually. Let me just do another compile. Yeah, so I got rid of some of the errors already. Struts checks here has no member name width. 7919. This is why I think it is like half the codes here. Or maybe this compiler just doesn't understand it. Or maybe because of all these definitions, I've not put in the proper definitions. It could be that as well. Oops, wrong one. Oh, no, that's the stuff that I copied in. Just have a quick look at the... So there's no make file in the main folder. But there is the platform end. Some of them, not all though. Okay. Just double check the make files. No, I think this is going to be a bit of a dead idea, to be honest. Unfortunately. Can't see any defines in there. As you can see, defines for OSWIN and GAPIGL. Just double check here for the defines. I must pick up whether it's Linux because it's got this here. What are we on? 1.5 hours. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put this down for now. Sometimes that can happen basically. When you're kind of porting, what will happen is sometimes it can be easy, sometimes it can be a pain in the ass. I didn't know whether I was going to be able to do this anyway, but I did try and go through. I might look at this again at some point. I probably won't stream it. If I do manage to get the GP2X Cradle, I'll probably just shift over to that and do some porting on that, because I've got a bit of a better understanding on some of the other ports that I need to finish off for that one. This was just a general, can I do it? And it's starting to look not overly possible. But that happens. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to change the title of the stream. So I'm just going to call it a testing XP pen. I'm going to kind of, what do I call this? Just put just chatting or something. Point just chatting. And then take off the programming bit. I'll update that. Close. So I think I'll swap this to over here. And this is just for future streams. Maybe I'm not going to do it for... I mean, I might play around with the drawing thing on this stream. So what I'm going to have a quick setup of is this here. This is my graphics tablet. I have been using it a bit more recently now that I've got it connected to the PC. I'm going to have to kick my cat off the desk. So apologies, missus, but my thing needs to be where you are. There you go. Sorry. Right. She's a bit nappy now because I've kicked her off. Okay, so I've got the easel thing there. That's that. And then the pen itself comes from here. I've got a special glove. So this glove here basically goes on my hand, and it does like basically this, and it's just there for so I don't kind of put sweat and stuff on the screen. And what I'll do is I'll move this over. In fact, I completely forgot to get rid of the Game Buster Move 4. whilst that's sorting itself out, I'm just going to plug in. Oh. No light bulb. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to plug it in. Apologies for that. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's see. So I now need to connect the basically I duplicate the pen here with the screen over there. So it's duplicate 3 and 4. Keep those changes. And now, take the pen here. You can see, oh, you can't, sorry. Excuse me. Let me just get an application up. In fact, I could probably get up the whilst I'm waiting for that. Actually, give me a sec. Finally. Okay. Okay, so you'll be able to see. Will you be able to see the mouse? I don't know. Let's just capture cursor, so you should be able to see it. Right, so let's see all of it though. Recent. So I've been looking at basically doing. You can't see that properly. It's better. So I've been looking at doing some freestyle. I won't say freestyle, but kind of. Twitch allows me some free emotes, so I've been playing around with some ideas, and I couldn't think of anything. I mean, this is kind of what I've been playing around with, using the XP pen, because I've not been using it in a while, because I just didn't get around to it. Plus, there wasn't any space at the back of the display, because I've got all my display ports, and I did have the the Ava Media being plugged into the video card using HDMI, but this also uses the HDMI as well. So I just tried to, when I was watching other people's streams, just try and come up with something for free emotes, and this is 122 by 122, which is the biggest size for emotes, and then you kind of go down a little bit further than that. I've been trying to generate ideas for what else I could do. As a free thing, I mean, I've been suggested stuff like CDs, and I don't know, I tried doing it like a CD with the Dreamcast logo over the top of it, and it didn't quite come out like I wanted it to. This has come out a little bit better, but I'm not sure what people would say about this sort of thing, whether they'd say it's a bit or they don't like the idea of lurking behind a door or something, which is fine. It was just something that I was just trying to generate some ideas on. Can you actually see the light on it? No, you can't. This is the, it's the thing that's reflecting off. So these here, this and this, they're just different noses. I mean, this was all like kind of a Frenchy type nose, but I did have it going over here and the nose coming this way, but it didn't quite work. So I could just kind of put this over here. Maybe it could work, but a bit like, I don't know. Possibly. See, part of me was a bit worried that somebody might have thought that might be in a penis, but I think because I put the nose a little too low down, it wasn't like halfway down. It was kind of, but just take that. I think I originally put it about kind of there. But if I put it closer to the eye, it kind of looks a bit more like a nose. But then I thought maybe it's a bit too big, so that's why I went for something like that. To give it still a cartoony look, but Again, I'm still kind of half and half with it. Anyway, that's that one idea. Maybe I could try and think of something else whilst I'm here. So maybe... See, what I thought was maybe I could do faces. So like I could practice with Pikachu because I've seen it before. Like someone's done a square and put like the same colour Pikachu colour on, like the eyes and the mouth, but it's just that, just so you can get the idea. Let me just see if I can replicate it. Maybe I could come up with some new ones, but I don't think so. I think it's all been done. Okay, let me just switch. Oops, did not want to do that. Right, so the first thing we do is we need to change the document properties to, I think it's 112 by 112 pixels, not millimeters. Right. In fact, what I might do is I might switch the search to Google Chrome. Because it's got the eyedropper that I need. No, it doesn't. Okay, so let me just try and get Colorzilla. Thought I had Colorzilla on this, but probably not. Or maybe I did already have it and I forgot about it. There we go. Then we can go color picker. Nope. Pick color from page. Copy that. And then we can go Strain it. Found the stroke. So that's the correct colour. And then we've got 2 eyes. They're both black. Oops. Let's deselect that first. Make that black. You're not exactly in the good position, Shift P. Save, that's about right. Hey, fat bum. What are you doing? She said, I want to sit down. I want to do it in the most annoying way possible. See? No space. Come on. Shift. Go. Alright. I've moved that for you. Stop being a bugger. Look at this. Look at this. What I've got to fucking contend with every time. Alright, duplicate. Go back to here. I'm gonna push it down. Make it white. Remove the stroke. I don't think that's fully circular. I think it's more overlay, but I could be wrong. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy those two, duplicate it, constrain it so it doesn't move up and down. And then I should be able to flip it. Where's the flip tool? Flip, flip, flip. Where's the flip? Ah. There we go. That's that. And then we want 2 options. In fact, looking at the eyes probably just been pushed maybe a little that way. I think maybe the yellow bits, the white bits need to go a little bit higher. So that's where I start to make position. See, about there is probably better. Then we probably want a, we're gonna go for mouth or cheeks. Let's make sure nothing's selected. Put that up again. Just gonna make a red just so I've got something. Shit. Do that again. About double the size of the eyes. And this does need a stroke. The stroke needs to be, this is 0.25 here. Probably needs to be smaller. Go for 1. No. It's a bit better. Duplicate and strain. Okay. Now the mouth. I'll sort these out in a minute. Just want to give it a good sort of guide-ish. And then I want to... What do we want to do with the mouth? Oh, we also need a nose. Just trying to think, because the nose is either around or it's kind of like a dog type nose. Like, do I start with a triangle and then round it? Let's come off over here. Fatness. That's because I've held down the round and it's... that's not what I wanted. I'm going to make it bigger first. And then I'm going to play around the rounding. If I can find it. Or do I want to do a... Maybe actually what I can do instead. So I can make an oval with this. And then what I'm thinking, so I make a union between these two. I kind of drop this a little bit. Maybe. Yes, no. Sort of. It's not quite centered, but that's fine. So we can select this one and then select that one. And there's align and distribute. So we can do this relative to first selected. Do this. We don't want to do that. It's centered. Constrain it up. It's a really tiny comparison. Let's group it. It's all part of one. This sits around here. A little bit further up. And squash down a bit more. And let me say that needs to be what I could do is do another triangle here. Where's the rotate? It used to be rounded. I don't know where that's gone now. Unless I need to do this. No. Let's just make the mouse bit. Just going to test it with size. So it goes past. Yeah, it's already gone past there. It should start around. See about there. Another one. See about there. Let me have a quick look to find out where the rounded triangle escape. Right, so it says I can do it with the polygon tool. It does say rounded. Okay. I think I've got somewhat of a better option there. And the stroke needs to be, it says it's 0, but it's not. Hey there, what XP pen did you pick up? I bought this a couple of years ago, so this is the XP Pen 12. It was I did it to help me out with pixel art stuff, and I've only just managed to plug it in the back So I'm just practicing with it. I'm not a massive artist or anything. In fact, I'm not even an artist at all. I'm a programmer, but I do pixel art, so I just told people would have. I'm just trying to. At the moment, I'm looking at. I've got 3 emoticons for Twitch, and I'm playing around with some ideas. This is just. I don't know whether I'm going to add this. I don't think I will do, but this is just more me playing around with some ideas just to get some idea of what I want to do in terms of 3 emoticons for Twitch. So if I do, if I remember rightly, it's this and this. Object. What's difference? Nope. Yeah, it's that one, wasn't it? Remember rightly, I just picked this. Yep, real. So, actually what I can do is, because I've got that correct, delete this, duplicate this, constrain it over, flip it over, make sure it is correct. Shit. I do find it gets to the end and it kind of pulls up. Okay. So I'm just trying to get the edges out. There we go. It's not brilliant, but I don't think it's too horrible. It's recognisable what it is. I just need to sort the mouth out now. So the colour's correct. The nose hasn't come up too badly. It just needs to sort out the Hungary. Well, let's have a look. How many have I got available? So apparently for free standard emotes, these are follower emotes. I've got 5 of them open. So I'm going to try and fill as much of those as possible. I've already filled up 3 of the tier 1s. I've got 2 left. I've got an animated one that I'm going to come back to. I know what I want to do for that one. But I'm just trying to think of something that's not a bit crappy. I mean, I did, since you're here anyway, let me just put this as, I'm just going to shut this out and then I'm going to open it up again. So the one that I came up with the other day, when this pops up, and I wasn't sure about it because it was like, I didn't want people thinking that I was being rude or anything. It was just like a cartoony idea. So this is called lurk mode. I was thinking, you know, just something a bit fun, and that's one of the ideas that I thought of. These 2 here are just different noses that I'd put on. So I don't know whether that's a good one or just to drop that. I don't know. I could put it on and see if people will gravitate to it and see whether I have to change it or not. I don't know, but that's an idea. I've not put it up yet. That's a potential maybe. Because I know some people can be a bit funny with that sort of thing. It's just getting the idea generating, and especially when I've got the channel, and I'm trying to think of something kind of stream related, but I don't want to have something too generic. So that's why I was trying to think of something a bit. Plus, I get to play around with the XP pen for a while. Problem with the rounded corners is it pushes this in and pushes this in, so it kind of does this, but not massively. When I'm looking at comparing that against Pikachu, it's maybe what I should be doing instead of using a triangle. Maybe instead of this, maybe I should do an oval with a square, and then I kind of put those 2 together. So maybe I can try, because that's one thing I learned about this sort of Illustrator stuff. A lot of it's to do with combining basic shapes. So if I look at Maybe you could do something like that. Maybe just use a path to pull this out. Then maybe use a triangle for the top bit. Line distribute. So this is the first selected, and then do middle, and then I can kind of do I think we're going to go object to path first. And click this. Yep. And then I kind of pull that in. And maybe make this one. Oops. Select that one. And do this. No. Ooh, that wasn't good. Yeah, that circle is not a good one for that one. It was okay on the left hand side, but just not on the right. That's better. I probably just needed to pull it out a bit more. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, that's a bit weird, but never mind. Just see how well it looks. Not great, but probably better than the triangle. Let's pull the colour in from the triangle because that's what it's supposed to be at the back. I think that sometimes does this if it gets a bit too... You gonna work? Thank you. Right, let's try this again. Select this, find the dropper, click here. No, wrong way around. Apologies. Click this, select this, that. Yeah, it's better. Right. So what I can do is I can duplicate this. And I'm going to play around with this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a template and try and get like kind of the top part of this. What's the best way I can do this? There's some sort of union intersection-y thing. And I'll get rid of this bit later. I just want to get the top of the tongue. Sort of comes down this way. See what options we've got first. Union, I don't think will work. Difference. What's the intersection? Nope. Division? Nope. What about union? No, I don't think that would work. But it will get rid of that. That's how we want to get rid of that. That's different. Nothing on there. Let's make this let's make this a path, and then kind of blend it into there. There's probably a way of doing this way, but I just can't think of what it is. Let's get rid of the annoying. Let's duplicate this, shift it over there. Unionize that. Right, that's that gone. So I'm just duplicating this, and then I'm gonna put it into place first. What did I say? Say about there, and then grab color picker. That's not working. What I might have to do is might have to get to, so go into here, select these two, add another node here, Means I can leave that node at the top. Pull this down. Probably the best way of doing this. But if it fixes a problem, then I can't complain. Oops. I don't know what I did wrong there. I had these two selected, which is pulling all this that way, which is what I didn't want. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. You probably get the general idea. And then, what I can do then, since it's relatively okay, I can duplicate this, and then I can kind of do sort of. Oh, that's not the colour I picked. Let's see what it looks like now. It's not going to be perfect. I think it's the mouth that's causing the biggest issue. I mean, that's not far off, to be fair. The mouth is a big issue here. But it's not too terrible. In fact, I'll keep those there. If I come back to it and... yeah, if I come back to it and make it a bit better, but it's not too far off. You get a general idea. Right, okay, so that's that. Can I do the same for a different character? Let's try a different character. Something on the Sega side. Okay. How are we going to approach this one? Why is this suddenly grey? Opacity is 100. I definitely click black. Where's it? Because the A is out. Let's try that. There we go. not sure whether that circle is a bit too off the side. Just going to put this on for now, and then how am I going to do this? I think we'll have to do another object path. What happens if I push this up? Sort of where I want to go. I think maybe the eyes need to be a bit smaller. Oops. Maybe even push a lot of this down, because the mouth isn't as
possibly.
Shit.
Yeah, these need to come down a bit. I think these are slightly skewed. There needs to be enough height between these two. I need to push these two out as well. So if I do... I think I'm going to have to skew this a little bit. It's going to go wrong, I can see this. Maybe I need to push the ears in a bit. If I remember rightly, most of the drawings had a slight this shape here. They weren't exactly the same. Something to kind of go over here. Maybe if I duplicate these two, or maybe I need to kind of bridge this as well. So maybe if I grab a square first, sort of like bridge this. Let's see how well this goes. Not as well as expected it to be. Okay. Anyway, let's to be outside. This needs to be almost touching. This one. In fact, it's wrong anyway because these need to be down. I still think they're too big. I think this area here is too inlined. I don't know. Let's put the classic blue on. See what that does. Unless what I can do is I can unionize this and kind of make that curvier that way. I might be able to get away with that. Possibly. It's probably not likely. And I've still got to do the mouth area anyway. And this actually needs to come. This way a bit. Still not happy with the white here. I think it's too skewed. Because the image I'm looking at does not do that. Let's see if I can fix this area a bit more. It's a bit better, it's not brilliant. Let's do a copy of this. Bring that out. Right, what do we do with these? Is this an intercept? No. Let's combine. Sort of. And then I suppose what we do is we break apart. Nope. It's all as one, isn't it? No. That's what we've done. What's difference? Nope. It doesn't matter the order you selected in. Division or exclusion. Nope. See, that does the same thing. Unless I need to push this to the front. And then do an intersection. I think that's what I wanted. So it depends which way you do it. Okay. And I'm going to pull these up here.
Should be a bit closer to what we're looking for. It's not perfect, but what am I doing?
This bit here that I'm not sure about. Unless I change the node to something else. No, it's none of those working.
One of those.
Unless I push this, but I'm gonna keep putting nodes all the way across here. It's not. Apologies if this is not the most riveting streams, but once I get involved in something, I might just take this off the stream, see if I can finish it up. I mean, this was just excuse me, this was just more of a can I do it thing, more than anything else. And again, see if I could generate some ideas. I mean, the thing is, it's meant to be there for you to kind of see, yeah, I know what it is. So it's not a direct. The thing is, as long as you know what it is, even if it doesn't look great, I think that's the idea that I'm trying to get across. This again means I can play with the XP pen. So at least there's something productive out of this stream, even though the programming kind of went a bit nowhere. I think this needs to be that's probably not quite correct. Fucking nodes. I'm not going to see that anyway. so it doesn't really matter. And nose kind of like. Something like that. Well, anyway, you get a general point. I'm going to try and, I don't know, generate some more ideas. I don't know if I'm going to get anything up. I mean, if you want some of these up, I can put them up on the free stuff. I don't think you will. It's just me. It's just me kind of getting used to the XP pen and seeing if I can pull something out that's kind of doable. Yeah. Anyway, I've been at this for like 3.5 hours now, so I'm gonna pass you all over whilst I go and do carry on with this for a bit longer. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get something. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of stuff. I've just lost my train of thought. Give me a minute. Right. Anyway, apologies for the stream not being amazing, but I'm just trying to kind of keep things going, even though the programming bit kind of failed a bit more. But that's fine. I've already ordered, like I said, I've already ordered the power pack for the GP2X, the Cradle. And I'll probably start moving over to that for development side on a Friday. Let's have a look at my stream schedule. So I'm back on Sunday for more Tomb Raider. That's the last revelation. Mondays we do Amiga Monday. And I've made some modifications to the Amiga. So I've attempted to take off the modulator. That's still not come out yet. I've taken off 2 of the needed capacitors for the timing fix, but that's made a slight difference, but nothing slight difference to nothing concrete. So I've had to buy some more resistors, and I don't know whether I'm going to even think about adding stuff to it. I don't know. Tuesday I'm not quite decided, so I'll maybe decide that on the day or on Monday. I don't know. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the chats. Thanks for looking my dodgy artwork. Let's have a look to see who is streaming. BNet's still streaming. Let's just see if it's still about, what time is it? 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's probably going to be on for another hour, knowing BNet.
doing Nintendo GameCube night.
Introducing the first ever all Google phone.
Sorry, I've got to wait for the adverts to clear off. Yeah, he's still streaming, right? So we're going to go off Raid Beanhead. Cool. Right, I will see you tomorrow, not tomorrow, Sunday for Tomb Raider on a Dreamcast. And then obviously Monday for Amiga Monday. So until then, I will see you later. Bye.